So you have your sewing machine, your fabric, and you're ready to start sewing. But what about those sewing terms you keep seeing and you just don't know what they mean? Well, I'm going to share the top 5 sewing terms you need to know when you start to sew. If you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to hit the subscribe button and ring the bell to be notified every time I post a new video about sewing your own clothes and other small projects. Let's get started. So the first term is right sides together, and it actually gets roped into the second term, which is wrong sides together. First, I'm going to explain right side. So when you read in pattern instructions where it says right sides together, that is referring to the right side of the fabric. And what that means is the side of the fabric that if you're using a printed fabric, the print shows more prominent on the right side, and the wrong side is the opposite side. So the right side is what will be facing on the outside of your garment or project. So if you're making a shirt, this will be the outside of my shirt, the right side, and the wrong side will be the inside of my shirt where the raw edges will be and the seams will be. All that means is when you see right sides together in instructions, it simply means if you have this piece of fabric and it wants you to put right sides together, do you see the two right sides are facing? Same for wrong sides together. If you see in pattern instructions it says put your wrong sides together, you would put your wrong sides together. So they're facing and then the right sides are on the outside. And that's all that means. Now, if you have a piece of fabric you're sewing with that is one solid color, it can be hard to tell which is the right side and the wrong side. I have an example here. This piece of fabric is the same on either side. So when I sewed with this, I just marked an R on what I thought was the right side on all of my pattern pieces, and then I marked a W on all the wrong side of the other pieces, and that told me when to put the right sides together and wrong sides together. I knew what fabric I was picking up and nothing got mixed up. The next sewing term you'll need to know is the word selvage. Selvage refers to the edge of the fabric that runs lengthwise down the fabric and is perpendicular to where your fabric was cut. The selvage is there to keep the fabric from unraveling, and when you're cutting out bigger projects or even some smaller projects too, you might see in the instructions where it says line up your fabric selvage to selvage. That essentially means just fold your fabric lengthwise and the selvages will line up. Which leads me to my next term, fold. So what that refers to is the fold that runs parallel to the selvage. The last term you'll need to know is the word press. So press refers to using your iron to flatten seams and refine your edges and things like that. It's not necessarily meaning to iron. You're simply using the iron itself to press your fabric, and it makes your project look really great. Are there any other sewing terms you're curious about? If I missed anything, or if you've seen something on a pattern or instructions you want more clarity on, feel free to leave me a comment below, and I'd love to give you some help. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell, and I'll see you in the next one.